Hi everyone, welcome to the Mama Elephant June 15th release. This is Rena. Remember to leave a comment below. Mama Elephant will be selecting a random comment in this month's videos to win a stamp set. So today we're going to take a look at some fun Halloween goodies, and first up is a stamp set illustrated by Ada Zamora. This is Happy Haunting, and I really enjoyed playing with these images. My favorite one is I really like the first image with the little bear because I really like that character, but I also really like the little bat sitting in the pumpkin. Here is a look at the coordinating dies for Happy Haunting, and next is a new favor bag accessory. This is FBA Favor Bag Accessory Witch, and it makes a cute little witch hat. I have cut out the pieces and I'll show you them in a bit. I'm going to be using Copic markers to color the images today. There's a total of 7 images and they're all really cute. And this one is a bat, and I thought it was a mouse at first, but then when I colored it a second time, I realized that it was a cute little bat, and I love this image so much. It's so cute. I like how he looks like Dracula. Here are the Copic marker colors that I used. I tried to use traditional Halloween colors, the green, oranges. I have a yellow, and then for the grays and blacks that I'm coloring the images with, I'm using the N Copic markers, which is the neutral grays, and I don't typically use them. I only use them because they're the only ones that are in my gray range that have ink inside them, so that's why I use the neutral grays. But you can certainly use any of the warm grays or cool grays. They would totally work too. In the cats in this stamp set, I wanted to make them all black cats, so that's why I'm coloring it a gray, and I didn't want them too dark because I still wanted to see like the features of the eyes and everything, and this little guy is so cute. Here is the next image. It's the bear, and I just love this guy. So I'm coloring him in a yellow color with like a tinge of orange, just because I wanted to stick with Halloween colors for all of these images. And I really love making Halloween cards. I just love all the colors and how you can, be really creative with it. So I believe I'm coloring his cape in a purple, and I'm taking all the colors of the images, and then I'll make sure that my background matches with them. So this image is really interesting. I like how it has like a little sheet or something tied around him. So I'm coloring that, and the sheet I'm coloring in N0 just to give it a little bit of color. I always like to add a little pink to my critter images. It just adds a little bit of warmth and makes the images a little bit more alive. So I always like to add pink when I can, especially with like, the pads of their feet or the inside of their ears. The next image is this fox mummy image, and I really like him. He's so cute, and I realize now that I should have colored him like a rust color, but I was just really trying to stick to kind of the same colors. I think it just looks more harmonious when the colors are repeated in different things, and so you're just not adding too much. I feel like I always make these rules for myself when I color, but those were my rules for this card. I always break my own rules, but I like to have a set of parameters like when I make a card, and it just makes it easier. I feel like for me, if I have like less choices, I do better. Like if I have like tons of choices, I kind of just freeze up and not know what to do because I want to pick like, the best one. But if I just sort of like limit myself, it's just a lot easier to finish stuff, and it is a lot more enjoyable. This little witch is such a cutie pie. I'm coloring her, I'm making it a black cat because I think black cats are so perfect for Halloween. So I'm just using kind of like a gray, again, because I want like the eyes and stuff to still stand out and be seen. Also, these images are small, so sometimes when the images are small, I don't bother with blending too much. So for her hat, I'm just using two different purples, and I'm making the band and the inside of the hat the darker color, and the outside of the hat a lighter color. For the base of my card, I decided to use the Slim Woodland die. And so I cut it out using Bristol Smooth cardstock. I just have a lot more luck when I use Bristol Smooth cardstock for ink blending. So I've cut out kind of a back piece, and I want some purple to peek out of some of the openings in the Slim Woodland die. So I'm using Distress Oxide ink in Dusty Concord. And for the top of the Slim Woodland die, it's a forest scene, so I decided to use gathered twigs for that top part. It's kind of like a brown with, I guess, like a green undertone. And then for the bottom, I'm doing a green. Typically, when I've used this dye, I've used it for winter, but I thought it would be also good for just like a non-winter scene. So I'm using, I believe it's Bundled Sage for the green, and that's all Distress Oxide inks. And I'm just doing some light blending just to have kind of like a hint of a landscape on the card. So I'm going to adhere the back piece to the front piece so we have that purple haze peeking out. I'm going to take a sentiment from the stamp set and just stamp it out in the middle using VersaFine Onyx black ink. Now that my background is done, I'm going to add the images. I've cut them out using the coordinating dies, and I have some foam tape behind them. I intentionally made the background super light because I wanted my images to stand out, and I wanted to use all of the images in the stamp set, so I'm kind of putting them in a configuration to where I can fit them all into the card. I just love all of the images. You can make some really cute Halloween scenes with them. I'm going to mount this panel onto a black card base, and that card base is cut out 8.5 by 7, and you score at the 7-inch mark to create the card base. I wanted a black outline to outline the card just to reinforce the Halloween theme, and I thought the card needed some kind of grounding, so that's why I chose the darker black cardstock. I loved how this card came out. I think it's because I really love the images and I just love Halloween colors. I thought it needed just a little bit more, so I cut out some black stars, and I'm going to be adhering them on the inside portion of the card. I really like adding stars to my cards. I'm not sure why I like them so much, but it just like adds a little bit of a twinkle to them. Here are the pieces for the Favor Bag Accessory Witch, and it comes with a hat, a little band, and it comes with 4 different buckles that you can put onto the band of the hat. For the card I'm using today, I'm just using the basic square one, but it does come with a heart, a circle, as well as a star. So I'm quickly putting this together. I'm putting the band on, and then I'm going to add my little buckle to the middle of it. So Mama Elephant creates these Favor Bag accessories for their Favor Bag, which is it's a separate die set. So I've cut it out and I want to stamp directly onto one of the bag pieces, and I'm taking one of the sentiments from the Happy Haunting die set, and I'm going to stamp it directly onto the favor bag. You can also use the favor bag accessories just as standalone elements for a card. I really like using them just to accentuate a card. I have the favor bag chick one. I really like that, and I like mixing it up with all of the stamp sets that are chicks. So you can definitely use them for more than the favor bag. So I have the favor bag here. I just have kind of like the base bag. You cut two of them out, and I'm putting it together now. And it's really easy. There's just 3 different places you have to adhere it to make the bag. I had put together my hat already, so we're just going to add some foam tape to the back and add it on the front as a little embellishment. And then I also had this little image from Happy Haunting, and of course you always have to add a critter, so I'm adding that little guy, and I'm just going to fill it up with some shred, and I'm going to call that favor bag done. And those are our Halloween projects. We will be having more in the next couple days. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe and happy crafting, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.